Good morning, everybody. Monday. Well, the township cowboys are at it again. Well, that's how to get things done here on the gravel. Winter projects. Well, on our way over to the barn, as you can see here, minus 17. So yeah, that's quite a bit. Well, it's Tuesday morning, just before 5. Just drove up here. Outside, according to the truck, it's minus 17, but as you can see here in the barn, we're a little above freezing, but that stupid wind, it's well, it'll cool things down in a hurry. So well, we'll put our coveralls on and get started. Well, out in the holding area, this is usually the worst part. It's getting all icy, so yeah, just spreading some sand here and hope and pray that well, everything will stay on its legs again this morning. Well, there you go. Everything's clean again. Everybody kept it on their own feet. No slipping and sliding. So yeah, a little bit of sand will do some miracles. It's usually well, better to prevent accidents than trying to fix them. So yeah, things nice and shiny again. Probably well, it'll dry down a bit, and then got some spots that well, they will ice up again for tonight's milking. But we'll just spread some sand again, and should be all set again. The only downside is with temperatures this cold that the milk lines and well, everything else will get cold rapidly, so the wash temperature will doesn't stay all that hot anymore, because everything will cool down on the cycles. But yeah, well, we'll go to some warmer places and keep on going. Well, inside the calf barn, they're not as lucky here. Minus 13. Yeah, we'll see how they're doing. They all seem to be happy. So yeah, that's one of the benefits from having the calf hutches inside the building. At least you're able to get to them, and well, you don't have to stand in the cold or the rain or in the beating sun. But yeah, we'll go feed them and make them happy again. Well, it's 8:15. I just got home here, and as you can see, it's still not all that warm. Still minus 16. When I went to the barn at 5, it was minus 17. So, well, hopefully it'll warm up a bit, because yeah, it doesn't do a whole lot of good. At least the sun is out, so that makes it feel a little better. Well, we'll continue on with our day. Wow, look at that beautiful day out. It's what is it? Just after 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and yeah, as you can well probably hear on the snow, it's still cold. Still minus 11 or so. Tonight's supposed to go down to only minus 12 compared to the minus 17 we had overnight. Yesterday morning went through a big snowbank, and well, now the old Nissan won't start anymore. It's probably too much ice on the starter or something. But anyway, how are we keeping our barns warm during that cold? Well, just about to show you there. Well, if you look closely, you can exactly see where the bottom part of the truss is. As just underneath that light there, and space on top of that is just filled with air. And yeah, what will air do when it's kind of sitting there, well, kind of idle, it'll insulate too. Plus on top of the trusses there's a bunch of insulation too. So yeah, it's always nice to see that. Doesn't happen too often when it's that clear. But temperature is warming up, so yeah, it's kind of condensation on the outside, or from the outside inside. I don't know which way it's coming from, but one part is warmer than the other, so you get to see it. Well, here are a couple pictures from construction from the new barn. You can exactly see how big that truss is. They're all built from all wood. So yeah, that big frame you just saw there in that little video there, that's how big the truss is. And here, of course, the inside from the barn. Then that little drone shot we took the other day. Of course, now there's a lot more snow on the ground. But that's where we got the chimneys. And yep, turn mic. There you go. That's how many there are on the main barn. And then yeah, on the effer barn there, right in front of us there. Put chimneys on there too, because it first had an open ridge, or at least a dome on top. And then we're getting here into building the milking parlor. Same thing, all wood. And yeah, on top of the bottom part of the truss there, that's all filled with insulation, and the top part is just sitting there, just air. So there it's all done. So in case you're wondering how are things in the old barn, the heifer and dry cow barn, well, as you can see right here, baffles are closed. Trying to keep as much heat in as we can. Well, and as you can see, like you can exactly see where that dome used to be, that ridge. So yeah, makes it a lot better in this barn. Had it well, once we had it, or when we had it full with milk cows. Had one morning when it was where it was -9 or yeah 15 or so in the barn. So yeah, that's a little too cold. So we said, well, once we started putting efforts in, we said, well, just get that ridge off and put the chimneys on. And as you can see, there's a whack load of those stupid starlings inside the barn, crap and everything together. But what do you do? Well, and also in this barn, like we cut the chimneys here, but these are still open, as you can see. There's quite a bit of space going up there. But you've probably seen that when we built the barn anyway. So yeah, that's how we keep the warm air inside, or at least try to keep as much in as we can. Little cleaning session going on here. When you can't reach it yourself, well, you just gotta ask for help. Houston, we got a problem. Well, some reinforcement. Alright, got her going. Always good to have some neighbors. Well, he's out and dumping, so get stuck again, should be less weight there. But we'll stick around till he's gone. Well, another side here, I don't know why that is. 2 milk trucks showed up. So we'll see what that is all about. Well, apparently our normal truck got stuck on a highway behind an accident. So then they called in a spare driver. And by the time he got here, the other one was pretty much here too. So, oh, better safe than sorry, I guess. Well, winter has its cons and pros, and yeah, even a bunch of snow. Cause it's a nice insulator. As you can see right here, there's still well, just dirt underneath it, didn't even freeze, so it's easy enough to get the bunks open, as long as you do it with 2 guys. But anyway, it's just well, a task that needs to be done. Nowadays, or these days, you can when it's that cold, you can get away with well, with almost doing it once a week. Open it up far enough. The worst thing is with the corn silage, stupid starlings are getting into it, digging deep holes instead of well, going to the south, to the States, where they should be this time of year. And as you can see, snow or the wind is starting to pick up, starting to snow a wee little bit again. So yeah, blowing snow. But today is still kind of mild. It's only -7 right now, so supposed to go down to -15 later today, this afternoon, and then yeah, tomorrow or Saturday down to -16 during the day. And other than that, well, we'll keep you posted. Well, it's Thursday afternoon, just coming back from lunch here. And as you can see, well, camera doesn't do it justice, but you can't see a whole lot. Blowing snow. Well, on the way back home, it is currently -8 according to the truck, because the old Nissan still doesn't work. But the sky looks well, looks nice. Still some daylight out, 6 o'clock, and snow is blowing over the road. But anyway, tonight's supposed to go down to -15, so we'll see how the battle is tomorrow morning. And other than that, I think that's about it for this video. So with that, we'll see you guys next week. Bye.